Welcome to Yuno and Kenzo Koga.
Where ancient wisdom meets modern life. Subscribe now and awaken with us.
You know that feeling you sometimes get, like this really deep sense of connection? Not just like empathy for someone, but something, well, deeper, like an invisible thread almost.
Yeah, linking you to maybe a person or a place, even a moment.
Exactly. And it doesn't make logical sense, does it?
Yeah.
It just is. It kind of whispers that maybe reality is bigger than what we see.
Absolutely. It's that little nudge, that intuition telling you we're tangled up in something much larger, more intricate than, our day-to-day view suggests.
Right. And this is where it gets really fascinating. Science, modern physics specifically, actually has language for something that sounds a lot like this feeling.
You're talking about quantum entanglement.
Yes, quantum entanglement. So picture this. You have two tiny particles, let's say electrons, created together.
From the same event, yeah.
And you separate them. Could be across the room, could be across the entire universe, light years apart.
Okay.
Now, if you measure something about one particle, its spin, for instance, and you find it spinning up.
Then you instantly know.
Instantly, yeah. You know the other one, no matter how far away, is spinning down.
No communication time, no signal traveling between them?
None. It's faster than light, which shouldn't happen according to, well, our usual rules. It's like they're still connected, somehow ignoring space.
And this isn't just a wild theory, it's been tested.
Oh yeah, repeatedly. Experiments based on Bell's theorem, Bell's inequalities, they keep confirming this. This non-local link, it's real.
And what's so mind-bending about entanglement, scientifically speaking?
Well, you tell me.
Yeah.
From your perspective.
It just completely shakes up classical physics, doesn't it? This idea that things exist separately, independently in space and time. Entanglement says, maybe not.
Right.
It suggests that deep down at the quantum level, separation might be, well, kind of an illusion. The particles aren't just sending messages. It's like they are still part of one single system. Distance doesn't break that fundamental connection.
Okay, and here's the really amazing part, the twist we're exploring today. This idea, this deep interconnectedness, it's not entirely new. I mean, quantum physics took centuries of complex math and experiments to get here. But ancient wisdom traditions, specifically Buddhism,
have been talking about something very similar for millennia.
for over 2,500 years. It's like they were speaking a parallel language. Different words, different methods, introspection versus experimentation, but pointing towards a similar view of reality.
It is truly remarkable how insights from deep contemplation, just observing the mind and reality, seem to resonate with what our most advanced scientific tools are just now letting us glimpse.
So how does Buddhism talk about this?
Well, a core concept in Buddhism is emptiness. The Sanskrit word is sunyata.
Emptiness.
Yeah.
That sounds a bit negative, like nothingness.
That's a common misunderstanding, especially in the West. It doesn't mean nothing exists. Not at all.
Okay.
Instead, emptiness points to the lack of inherent, independent, separate existence in anything. It means everything is empty of a fixed, standalone self-nature.
So things exist, but not on their own. Their existence depends on other things, like threads in a giant web.
Exactly like that. That's a great analogy. We tend to see ourselves and trees and chairs as solid, separate things.
Right. That's just common sense.
But from the Buddhist view, that separateness is more like a label our minds put on things. The deeper reality, described by emptiness, is that everything arises in relation to everything else.
Okay.
This is called dependent origination, pratityasamutpada. Nothing just pops into existence by itself.
So everything leans on everything else.
Precisely. When one thing comes into being, you could say the entire universe has to arrange itself to allow that. Everything arises together in this vast network. And if one thing changes,
The whole network feels it.
the whole web is affected. Yes. Think of a hologram. Every tiny piece holds the pattern of the whole. Or maybe like an orchestra, no single instrument makes the symphony, right? Each one depends on and contributes to the whole sound.
Wow.
This isn't just poetry. It's considered the fundamental way things are. You find it laid out in core texts like the Heart Sutra.
And that's the convergence we're diving into. This apparent echo between cutting-edge physics and ancient spiritual insight. What does it actually mean if these two very different ways of knowing science with its measurements, Buddhism with its introspection, seem to be pointing at the same fundamental truth about connection?
What are the implications for how we see the world, how we see ourselves?
Exactly. Okay, let's dig into that a bit more. This non-local thing in entanglement.
Yeah.
It's not information zipping faster than light.
Right.
That's the crucial bit.
It's more like the separation we perceive isn't fundamental. Before you measure, the particles exist in this linked indefinite state. The connection transcends space, maybe even time as we normally think of it.
So the universe isn't just a pile of separate bits and pieces,
It suggests it's more like an indivisible whole at its deepest level.
which sounds remarkably like the Buddhist idea that our sense of being a separate self is, well, not quite right.
It's seen as a kind of illusion, or perhaps better, a construct. We definitely feel like separate individuals, don't we? Me here, you there, the world out there.
All right.
But dependent origination says, wait a minute. Your body, your thoughts, your feelings, you only exist because of your parents, the food you eat, the air you breathe, the culture you're in, literally everything else.
So there's no isolated me that exists independently.
There isn't. You're constantly arising from and with everything else.
Okay, so that field of infinite relation you mentioned, that's emptiness.
That's the way to understand it, yes. Not an empty void, but a vibrant fullness. A potential field where everything is constantly co-arising, interpenetrating, defining each other. It's dynamic, a cosmic dance.
By Gans, I like that.
Think about a wave on the ocean. It looks like a distinct thing, right? A wave.
Yeah.
But it has no independent existence apart from the water.
Right.
And the wind that made it, the shape of the seabed, the gravity holding the ocean, it's just a temporary form of the ocean itself.
And when the wave changes or disappears, the ocean isn't unaffected.
Exactly. The ocean is the potential for all waves. In a similar way, maybe our individual consciousness, all phenomena, are like waves on this vast underlying ocean of reality, this interconnected field. And understanding this isn't just an idea.
It changes things. How you feel, how you act.
It can profoundly.
Which sort of brings us back to where we started.
Yeah.
That personal feeling, that hook, that sense of connection.
Mm-hmm.
If subatomic particles can be linked across galaxies, and if Buddhist thought says our very existence is relational, then doesn't it follow that our thoughts, our actions, maybe even just our presence, they must ripple out?
They must affect the whole web, right?
Yeah.
That's certainly the implication from the Buddhist perspective. Your intentions, your state of mind, your actions, they aren't just confined to your own little bubble. They're like vibrations in this field of relationship.
So they affect the whole field.
Inherently, yes. Now, this isn't saying, think hard and bend a spoon.
Right, okay, not magic.
Not magic in that sense. But it points to a subtle, fundamental, energetic interconnectedness. Like tossing a pebble in a pond. The ripples go out everywhere, touching everything, even if it's tiny.
It shifts how you think about cause and effect, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Not just A causes B, but everything is kind of mutually causing everything else.
A web of reciprocal causation, exactly.
Okay, but that's a big leap for most of us. We're
Yeah.
so used to feeling separate, thinking our thoughts are just in our head. How do you even begin to really feel that interconnectedness, to internalize that our presence matters to the whole? It feels counterintuitive.
Oh, it absolutely is counterintuitive to our usual conditioned way of thinking. That's why many Buddhist practices, like meditation, aren't just about thinking about it, but about cultivating a direct experience of it.
Wow.
Well, it can start simply by noticing the connections that are already obvious, but we overlook. The air you're breathing right now connects you to plants, to the atmosphere. The food you ate connects you to the earth, the sun, the farmers. The words we're speaking are affecting each other and anyone listening.
Okay, becoming more aware of the obvious links.
Yes. Shifting the focus gently from I am separate towards I am part of this unfolding process. And it's not about blame, like my bad thoughts are ruining the universe.
I know.
It's more about realizing there's an inherent responsibility that comes with being part of this network. If we're all connected, maybe acting with more kindness, more awareness, more compassion. Maybe that makes sense not just morally, but because it ripples through the whole system we're part of.
So bring it all together. Where does this leave us?
Yeah.
We have quantum physics suggesting non-local connection and ancient Zen wisdom talking about interdependence.
It really does feel like science might be not discovering something totally brand new, but maybe remembering or finding a new language, a scientific language for insights humanity has touched on for a very, very long time.
Yeah. It's not about using science to prove spirituality or vice versa.
No, I don't think that's the most interesting way to look at it. It's more about seeing this incredible convergence, two different paths leading to a similar viewpoint on the fundamental nature of reality.
And what does that convergence suggest to you? What's the big takeaway?
Well, it raises a huge question for us, doesn't it? If our most advanced science starts echoing ancient wisdom, what does that tell us about reality itself? And maybe how we experience our lives within it?
It breaks down barriers.
It suggests the deep truths might not belong exclusively to the lab or the monastery. Maybe there's a resonance, a shared understanding accessible through different means. It invites us to question the lines we draw between science and spirituality, maybe even between ourselves and the world.
And if physics shows particles are linked, and Buddhism teaches interdependence, then that feeling of being separate from the universe
Is fundamentally mistaken.
Yeah.
You're not in the universe looking out. You are the universe experiencing itself. Right here, right now.
Wow.
Every breath, every thought, every interaction is all part of this one vast, interconnected reality unfolding. It's kind of staggering when you let it sink in. Both empowering and humbling, I think.
It really is. It's just your whole perspective.
Yeah.
You're not just an observer. You're a participant, an integral part.
Exactly.
That is a powerful thought to end on. Quantum physics, Zen wisdom. These sources we've been exploring, drawing a lot from and Kenzo Koga's Zen wisdom. They offer these different languages, don't they?
Mm-hmm. Different methods.
But pointing towards this single profound truth.
Yeah.
Everything is connected.
And so are you.
So are you. Which leaves us with maybe one final thought to chew on.
Go on.
If our thoughts, our intentions, our very presence does ripple out, if we really are that interconnected,
Mm-hmm.
what does that imply about how we live our lives?
How we treat each other, how we treat the planet.
Yeah. How much really knowing we're interconnected change how we see our responsibilities, our relationships, our place in the grand scheme of things. Something to really ponder.
Thanks for watching the and Kenzo Koga channel. If this video sparked something within you, feel free to like, leave a comment, and subscribe for more insights bridging Eastern wisdom and modern life. Until next time, stay present, stay curious, and stay connected.